If you're super busy and you're constantly running around between meetings, conferences, deadlines, and your schedule's erratic and you never know what your day is going to look like, your to-do list is never ending, then you're most likely going to fall into a reactive state with your fitness, where what you eat is completely dependent on external variables, things outside of your control, like where the lunch meeting is, what other food happens to be around, what's on your to-do list, who needs you. And so if that's the case, then what we need to do is figure out a plan to bring it from a reactive state to a proactive state, AKA we got to plan ahead. And so what can be a really useful tool for most busy professionals is a protein bar. Because with a protein bar, it takes no extra time to cook and it doesn't even take any extra time to eat. So if your schedule is so crazy that sometimes you literally don't even have time to eat lunch, then you can literally eat the protein bar as you're working. So the protein bar basically serves as insurance, where if you don't know what your day is going to look like, you grab that protein bar, bring it with you in the morning, and then worst case scenario, if there's no other healthy food around, if your coworker is literally bringing donuts for your lunch meeting, then you're prepared. You have your protein bar, you eat it, it fills you up, it gets your nutrients in, and then you eat that instead of the other crap that other people are eating. So that's how you can take control even with your erratic schedule. Now, that said, the issue is that most protein bars you want to stay the hell away from because they taste awful and most of them are not healthy whatsoever. So we're going to dive in. I just went to the store and bought a bunch of different protein bars. We're going to go through one by one. I'm going to explain the ones that you want to stay away from, and then I'm going to go through a few that I do actually recommend. Now, before we do that, I'm going to give you the 3 rules that you need when selecting a protein bar. Rule number 1, you have to like it. It has to taste good. Because if you don't like it, you might be super motivated, saying, no, I'm just going to push through, I'm going to eat this gross bar, and you'll stick with it for maybe the week, and then you'll be stressed out, be like, oh, I don't want to eat that, and then it's going to fall off. And what matters is not what you can do for a week. What matters is what you can do for a year, a decade, because what matters is sustainability, right? Getting in shape and staying in shape long term. Rule number 2, it has to fill you up. Because think about how we're using this protein bar, right? We're using it as insurance so you can eat it instead of whatever other crap is in your environment. Now, if the protein bar doesn't fill you up, you're just going to eat the protein bar, still be hungry, and then eat pizza or donuts or whatever else is there. So rule number 2, it has to fill you up. Rule number 3, it has to be healthy, which most protein bars are not. So with those 3 rules, you have to like it, it has to fill you up, it has to be healthy. We're going to dive in and go through one by one with each of these protein bars. Okay, we're going to start with some of the big brand names. The first one is MetaRx. All right, this is a big bar. And if you don't know anybody, you're just walking through the nutrition section, you see one of these, say, oh, cool, a fitness bar. Oh, 28 grams of protein on the front. That looks good. No, it doesn't. Let's look at the nutrition facts. So first of all, there are 360 calories in here, which just FYI is more than a McDonald's cheeseburger. All right, next, yeah, it does have 28 grams of protein, but it also has 25 grams of sugar. So this protein bar has almost as much sugar as it has protein. Not a great option if you're trying to lose weight. Next, heads up, I might be disappointing some of you with some of these because you might think that some of these are healthy, so I apologize in advance. Next up, another big brand name, the Cliff protein bar. Now, again, you look through, you think, oh, Cliff, that's fitness. Oh, and there's big letters, 20 grams of protein on the front. But let's look at the back. This one has 20 grams of protein, but it also has 22 grams of sugar. This has more sugar than it has protein. And this is what irks me about most protein bars. It's just false advertising. This is a sugar bar with a scoop of protein added in. And this is how most protein bars operate. They basically take a Snickers bar, add in a scoop of protein, bam, branded as a protein bar. Not a good choice if you're trying to get fit and healthy. Next, let's grab the Gatorade G Recovery Protein Bar. Again, same idea, right? Big letters, 20 grams of protein on the front. You think Gatorade, okay, fitness. Let's look at the back. Let's look at the nutrition facts. So almost like the MetaRx bar, 360 calories. But just like the Cliff bar, this has 20 grams of protein, yeah, but it also has 25 grams of sugar. This is a candy bar with a scoop of protein added in. So those are just 3 examples that I just happened to be there in the store, and that's why I grabbed them. But they're not unique. Most protein bars are like that. And that's why most protein bars are not a good choice. Now, that said, the next one I'm going to go through is not as awful as those 3, but I'm going to explain why I still don't recommend it. So the next one is the Luna protein bar. Now, the reason it's not as awful is because this is literally half the calories of the others. So the MetaRx and the Gatorade bar were 360 calories. This is literally half. It's 180 calories. So if you're trying to lose weight, that's much better. Now, the issue is Same thing again, right? 12 grams of protein, 15 grams of sugar. More sugar than protein. But on top of that, so we just knocked out those first three because of rule number 3. It has to be healthy. Those are sugar bars. They're not healthy. Rule number 2, it has to fill you up. Now, first of all, these are super small. Second of all, they have almost no fiber. Now, the reason fiber is so important is because fiber is the stuff that's in green vegetables. And fiber fills you up, it's super filling, but it's very low in calories. So that's why green vegetables are one of the best things you can eat for weight loss, because it will fill you up and not jack up your calories. So a good protein bar will be high in fiber, because again, rule number 2, it has to be filling. Because if you just eat the protein bar plus any other crap, you're just worse off. Because then you're just getting more calories in by adding the protein bar. It has to replace the other crap you would be eating. So that's the issue with these. On top of the fact that they have more sugar than protein, they're super small and they're almost no fiber. So these probably aren't going to fill you up. So they're not going to work for the purpose we're trying to use them for. Okay, after bashing those 4, now let's get a little more positive, and I'm going to go through a couple protein bars that I do actually recommend. So first is the Think Thin bar. Now, I actually found out about these from some of my clients who were using them, so I checked them out, and let's go through the 3 rules. Rule number 1, you have to like it. These are pretty decent. They're definitely better than most protein bars. I'm not crazy about them, but they're good. Rule number 2, it has to fill you up. That's the only issue with these, right? They're low in fiber again. But that only matters if it doesn't fill you up, because that's why we need fiber for your weight loss plan. So even though they have very low fiber, that's 1 gram, almost none. If it fills you up, then it's still a great tool. Because rule number 3, the nutrients in here are good. So the 3 I'm about to go through are almost identical nutritionally. These have about 200 calories, 20 grams of protein, and this one has no sugar. All right, so we're going from 25 grams of sugar to none. That's a pretty big difference. So these are the first recommended protein bars you might want to consider trying out. Next recommended protein bar is the Quest bar. Now, if you're already into fitness, you're already focusing on staying fit, then you've probably heard of these. These are super, super popular. It's a big brand name. Now, the reason they're so popular is because of what they've done with it nutritionally. So on top of, it's 200 calories, 20 grams of protein, these are super high in fiber. These have 14 grams of fiber in there, which is a lot for a protein bar. So these are pretty filling, and the nutrition facts are great. But back to rule number 1, you have to like it. And that's why I don't use these, and I don't recommend them for most people. If you like them, go for it. The issue is that some of the tastes are even fine. It's the consistency that the Quest bars taste so artificial, and they taste like you're eating a factory. And you can see like how I can bend it here, how it's like the consistency is just very odd. So again, if you like it, go for it. These are great nutritionally. But from both myself, my clients, and many people I've talked to, it's not the best tasting protein bar. So you might want to give it a shot and take it from there. Now, with that said, next, we're going to go through my most highly recommended protein bar, which is the 1 bar. Now, the 1 bar is almost identical nutritionally to the Quest bar, like literally almost identical. 200 calories, 20 grams of protein, 10 grams of fiber. The difference is that these taste like a normal bar. I actually love these. So personally, I have these most days as a part of my nutrition plan, and I really look forward to them. They're like a dessert, they're like a treat, where this is one of my favorite flavors too, birthday cake. Honestly, they're all good. But that's the key, because this meets those 3 requirements for me and for most of my clients, where I like it tastes good, so it's sustainable, I can stick with it long term. Not only can I want to because they taste good. Rule number 2, it fills me up, they're high in fiber, this is a solid bar. Rule number 3, the nutrition facts are great. It's getting the protein in without jacking up sugar, without jacking up calories. So some of these pieces are pretty subjective, where you just have to figure out what works for you, right? Like whether or not you like it, that's up to you. That's not up to me. There's no science behind that. You just have to see if you like it. Same thing with whether or not it fills you up. There's some science behind it in terms of whether or not there's fiber in there, but only you can say whether or not it fills you up. So rule number 3 is in these 3 protein bars. These 3 have good nutrition facts. The Think Thin bar, the Quest bar, and the 1 bar. So the key for you is just to try them out and figure out which ones do I like, which ones will work for me, and then you keep those as insurance. And so the idea is not that you have to even eat a protein bar every day. The idea is that you're having it for worst case scenario. So whenever you don't know what your schedule is going to be like, you grab that in the morning and then you're set. And so then even when work gets crazy and your coworkers and colleagues are eating crap, pulling their hair out, stressed out of their mind, looking terrible, you somehow stay super fit and healthy. You stay lean, you stay looking good, you stay on top of your fitness because you have the secret with your insurance as the protein bar. So give that a shot. You might want to also rotate through. The key, again, with sustainability is even if you love the 1 bar birthday cake, if you're in the same bar every single day, you're eventually going to get sick of it. So all of these bars have several different flavors and they're always making more. So you might even want to rotate through some different 1 bar flavors. Then you might say, hey, let me try out a Think Thin, or maybe let me try out a Quest bar. And then you can really kind of have that variety in there so you're not getting sick of it. You're still looking forward to these different bars. And ideally, it will be like for you, like it is for me, where it's a treat. And you really look forward to it. And then that is the key to sustainable fitness. You gotta like it. All right, give that a shot. Try out some protein bars. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time.